Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new episode of F1 Manager. Last episode is linked above my friends. It was the first race of a brand new season. There was also another video that went out on the same day as that where we tackled all of the building of the team for the brand new season. So if you're kind of jumping in for season 4 and you're surprised to see that Fernando Alonso is no longer here and Carlos Sainz has taken his place, all is explained in those two videos. So feel free to check them out. Also, this season, the regulations have changed completely. The point system is very strange, really strange. Obviously, we know all this from Season 3. It kind of all came in, but it bothers me. There's no fastest lap bonus. Yeah, it's just really strange, and it's taken a lot for my brain to kind of get a handle on. It's been a few days since I recorded that last video, and I'm looking at the points, and I'm like, how are the points like this? Yeah, I remembered all of the regulations have changed for this season, but we are going to have some stuff to tackle at the beginning of today's episode. The first one is that of a brand new suspension design. So we are going to manufacture that and get it on the car. We've got 2 days until the race, so we're probably going to have to rush this through, unfortunately. We've got the money though, so it's not too much of a problemo. So let's install that on the motor vehicle. That's going to improve us quite nicely even more. As you can see, we are building quite the car this season. We really, really are. That brake cooling is obviously a big concern. Our top speed, acceleration, and our medium speed are the things that we really need to kind of be working on. So, yeah, they're in the offing, aren't they? So, yeah, they're kind of tackling the two areas that we need to. But I do want to try and tackle that brake cooling a bit more. But then I'd have to do another suspension. I just don't really want to at the moment. I want to try and work on some other things. So the chassis or the side pods is what I'm potentially thinking about doing. Well, I don't know if these are going to be any better, but we will have a look. We'll do it exactly as we did a minute ago. So that's going to improve those areas quite nicely. So design focus. No, see, this one's so much quicker. Look, 26 days. And I'm actually going to rush it. And get it done in 17 days. So it's actually going to be done around about the same time as the other projects, which is very nice indeed, which is kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. Yeah, so let's move this on. So there we go. The boardroom is sorted. Now that's good. We only have 43 million. I say only, but we only have 43 million in the bank at the moment. Facilities wise, you will see the simulator is updating, refurbishing, I should say. And that's going to be next probably. That's going to be a very expensive one to refurbish, I reckon. That's refurbishing as well, and that's refurbishing. So, yeah, we don't really have too much to be worried about. There you go, there's the race simulator done. Right, so let's jump in and prepare for the race, shall we? Apologies if there's a bit of interference with the microphone. I've been taking the computer apart recently, giving it all a good clean and whatnot. So yeah, that's the reason for that. So qualifying, I'm just going to do it 6th. I think we really should be kind of up there with them. Q3, finishing position, oh, God, top 4. I'll do top 5. I'm going to throw all this in now. I really do feel like we've got the potential to really be pushing on this season now. And it's time for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Let's get to it.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off, and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah Street Circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Let's get this underway.
Right, so a nice dry race weekend. That's nice to see. We do have new parts on the car, so the car part knowledge is going to be low. It was 0% last time because of all the bits and bobs we put on. But yeah, we're going to get practice out the way and then crack on with qualifying. Okay, gang. Practice is done. We've really got signs set up quite nicely. I still feel like there's just a little bit we could have got out of Ocon here, but just we are going to mess with it a lot if we try. So I think I might have to leave it, but I'm ready for qualifying. I think we're in a really good spot. Right, so it's time for qualifying, and I'm going to send Ocon straight out onto the track, and the reason for that is I was messing around with his setup a little bit, gang, basically, so I'm going to get him out there and see if we can get a lap down, basically. Ocon we went out with first, so we will just select him, and yeah, hopefully the traffic won't be too bad. Oh, I think we got stuck behind bloody Schumacher there. But yeah, we will see. There are cars out on track that are potentially going to be in the way. Don't really know what sort of time we are going to be putting in here, but a 1:27 is what it's looking like. What can Sainz do? He's gone quicker in the first and second sector, and he's going to pump in a 1:27.4. So I'm not sure if the traffic is an issue there, and we won't really know until other people start putting their laps in. It was never in doubt when it came to qualifying, you know, with Alonso. So there is that basically to really really be thinking about. And we're going to take both cars out. I think it's the smart thing to do in the session, to be honest with you. I know Sainz is probably safely through, but we will just put both out on track, pump in another lap. We'll probably be ruining these tyres, and it's not usually how I do things. I like to kind of save a set, don't I, of tyres, but it is what it is. You know, we're you know, there's a chance we could go out here. Ocon, as things stand, you know, would be going out, but is he going to go quicker? Yes, he is, much quicker. And now what is Sainz going to do? Is Sainz going to go quicker? I reckon he might. Yes, he's gone a lot quicker. P7, a P11. It's not amazing. It really isn't. But it's something. Well, I can't lie. I am a little concerned about that first qualifying run. I'm going to be honest with you, gang. I'm going to send Ocon out to get a lap in. I would really love to avoid having to run a couple of laps here so that I've got a slightly, you know, beat up tyre to run in the next session. But there's just no guarantees, is there, because of the traffic and whatnot, that they're going to hit again. As you can see, look, Norris is out on track. He's going to be in the way. We've managed to navigate in, which is good. Gasly is there. Is he going to be a problem? 1:27.2. That's a good lap. What do I do with Carlos Sainz? Do I just run one lap and hope that it's quick enough? So nicely. But yes, we are going to send Sainz out with this mob of cars. We're going to send him now right at the back. He will be the last one to set a lap. We're not going to bother sending Ocon out. He's currently P4. It's pretty good. There's a few pretty slow laps out there. Bottas, Perez, Leclerc. I'm looking at those guys. Zhou locked up. But yeah, Sainz is at the back. So there shouldn't be too many problems for him. And Sainz is going to come through. And he's gone and set a very, very good lap indeed. He really, really has. And that is qualifying both cars through to Q3. Right, so it is a time for Q3. I've stuck the older tyre on. That's what we're going to go out on first. And then we will set a lap with the slightly newer tyre after. Ocon's going to go now. I'm going to just leave a little bit of space. Everyone tends to go out together, you know, in this session. So yeah, we're just giving Sainz a little bit of room at the back on the older tyre. They're all probably out on the new one. Yep, and then they set their second lap on the old one. So there's a good chance the majority of people are going to be faster than us. So K-Mag and Ricardo are the two that got through into this with the 4 big boys. I guess you could say we're part of those now. The Mercedes, the Red Bull, and so on and so on. Sainz has set a pretty good lap, I think. And Ocon is the slowest out there as things stand. A 127. And Verstappen's setting 126.7s. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Wow, it's such a fast lap. It really is. Oh, no, 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 no. Crap, crap, crap. Oh, no, I might have cocked this up because I had it on a very quick speed and I was taking no notice. And, yeah, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. Right, you are going to send you out now. And we're going to send you out now. Oh, my God. Let's hope they get round and they can set a lap. I had it on such a fast speed and I was looking at laps and I wasn't paying any attention. And I've nearly cost us here in qualifying, basically. Hopefully, we will get around the track and we'll be okay. Ocon's the one we need to set a lap more than Sainz anyway. But no, we're going to be fine. Both cars are going to get a chance to set a flying lap here. And Ocon, what are you going to do, Sunshine? You're going to come across the line in a 120. It's a bit quicker. It's currently P8. And what are you going to do, Carlos Sainz, in qualifying? You are going to come across the line in a 126.9, I think that was. Oh, it's not quite good enough for an improvement, but we are basically at the front and the back of the Mercedes. That Ferrari mightily quick around this track. Right, so let's take a look, shall we, at our strategies for the race. We could do a medium hard strat. That's a one-stop strat. I would imagine that's probably the one that a lot of people are going to go with. No one's going to two-stop towards the front. So I think that's probably what we are going to do. I'm going to go to lap 20 and 21. I think I'm going to leave it a little longer with my drivers. So we're going to update that stint. Carlos Sainz, I'm going to bring him first just because he has qualified in 5th. And we're going to do the same here. We're going to take it to 21. We know how good Ocon is at looking after the tyres, so it's really, really not a problem to me. You know that. Hopefully we'll have a bit of life in those tyres towards the end of the Grand Prix so that we can really go for it. And yeah, let's basically, that's that done. That was easy. I kind of know the strat around here. I know what you got to do. This is all about trying to leapfrog people in the pit windows.
We have clear weather tonight as we look at the drivers in their grid positions. Taking a look here at Carlos Sainz. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. Further back, we've got Esteban Ocon. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. The teams are ready to go. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Right, let's see what we can do, gang. Let's see what we can do. Decent enough qualifying, but I would like us to have had a bit more pace than we did. I think we're going to lose out here to Bottas. Yeah, we just didn't get off the line very well, did we? But it looks like Ocon might have got off the line pretty well. He's going to attack that Mercedes. And it actually appears that Sainz got the position back, which is really, really good. Absolutely loving the work. And yes, Ocon has split the Mercedes by the looks of things. He's up into P7, so that's really good from Ocon as well. Now, remember, gang, you know, I'm sort of reminding y'all as much as I'm reminding myself, but there's only points down to 8th place this season. 9th and 10th don't get points anymore, and there's no point for the fastest lap either. So, yeah, it is just so important that we finish top 8 in every race if we really, really want to try and go after that Drivers' Championship and that Constructors' Championship this season. I think this is, you know, a great team that we've assembled. It's just whether or not we can, you know, get this team to the top, basically. Right, so let's take a look at the tyres. Here we go. Carlos Sainz having a look at the Ferrari. Is he going to get this done? He's had the run on the Ferrari. By the looks of things, he's going to have the race in line, though. The Ferrari, it's going to have the better entry into the corner. We've had to kind of yield that, knowing that was going to be the case. But not a bad effort. I'm actually going to go into overtake here on this straight and just see if we can get past that Ferrari, because we seem to have the pace on it at the moment, and I think the overtake is going to get this done, and we're going to be up into P4 going into this next lap. That's really, really good. Ocon and Bottas are having a bit of a tussle as well. I'm just going to check back with Ocon because he's got the run on this Mercedes. I'm going to just stick this ERS into deploy, see if we can get it done. We do get it done. It's excellent from both drivers as we move up the race grid as this race goes along quite nicely. So yeah, just looking at the tyres, we've got soft tyre runners towards the back of the grid. I think a lot of that is just going to be them trying to find some pace early on and get back into it. And then we've got mostly medium tyres, but it's interesting to see Bottas and Leclerc going with the hard tyre first. So they're going to be the drivers to watch late on, because they're going to have pace in the latter part of the race. So yeah, they're definitely going to be the ones to watch. We really need to try and stick with the cars in front if we can, because of the DRS now being open, and we are within a second, so that's good. That is good. We just got to stick with, we've got to be competitive. That Ferrari's closed up on us though, and that is a little bit of a worry, but let's just get this going again. But yes, this is good. We won race 1, obviously. We did really, really well in that. Really managed the race nicely. It was Ocon that was the man that kind of did it. Ocon is kind of being left a little bit here. We really need Ocon to kind of close the gap if he can to the Ferrari. He doesn't have the same pace as Carlos Sainz. He hasn't had the same pace all weekend, to be fair. He needs to find some from somewhere. He really does, because those Mercedes are going to be hot on his tail otherwise. So just going to deploy the ERS here just to give him a little something extra, as well as the DRS, and we'll get that done. Sainz looking to try and get into P3, and Sainz has got the job done on one of the Red Bulls, and he now hunts the next Ferrari down. That's really good from Carlos Sainz. So yeah, we are moving up through the order, and it's looking quite good for us at the moment. But yeah, really this year, don't know if the drivers is within our grasp. Obviously, Verstappen still at Red Bull. The Red Bull's the best car on the track. But I would love it if we could really compete in the Constructors this year. I really, really would love that, if we could have a go. The Red Bull's just been overtaken and then taken the spot back, and then we've taken it again. But this is going to be risky, because as good as that is, we're going to be prone to a DRS attack by maybe a car or two. And yeah, it was the Ferrari that was a bit shifty there. We basically don't want to be overtaken before you get on that straight. But good stuff. Good race this. Really entertaining race. Lots of overtaking. Ocon's up to P4. Jesus Christ. Ocon is having an unbelievable race himself. It's so strange seeing Pierre Gasly in the Ferrari, but he's kind of earned that. He's been excellent throughout this whole series. You know, really just kind of, you know, gradually getting better and better season on season. You know, I keep an eye on the other drivers, because we never know if we're going to need another driver or a new driver or whatever. So I'm always keeping my eye on it. So here we go. DRS is open. We're going to get that done, and that's very nice from us. And it's looking like Ocon that could potentially be up into P3. Is he going to be able to squeeze? Yes, he is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable from Ocon. Really, really good stuff. Now, can Sainz get the pedal down and really push in this race, or are the DRS zones just going to be a problem? Right, we're going to have to go balanced on the engines though, because we've burnt quite a bit of fuel, and we definitely need to kind of earn that back throughout the race. Tyre wear, we're looking like we've worn our tyres a lot heavier, but that could be that I was pushing the engine a fair amount. So there's always an answer for this stuff. We're going to be very much under the attack here, and oh my god, we're going to be 3 wide. No, we're not. Yeah, Sainz is still there. He's got Ocon behind him now. Ocon's in P2. So 1-2 at the moment via Aston Martin. I'm still kind of getting to grips with training my pit stop crew and making sure that they, do a proper job in the pit stops. But I don't think I'm going to pit the same lap as these guys. I think they're all going to come in around about They're all going to come in about lap 19, I think. Their tyres are... Like Leclerc and Bottas and Ricciardo are not. But their tyres are all around about the same level as ours. So, yeah, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see where they come in. So, there you go. Our drivers just switched places again. Sainz is probably going to switch back. But, oh, my God, Ocon has lost out. Oh, dear Lord. Ocon lost out big time there as well. Not even just a little. He lost out a lot as a result of all those overtakes there. That's really unfortunate for Ocon. Really unfortunate. And hopefully we can help Ocon get that back, because that's really, really unfortunate for him. Let's deploy a bit of energy down here and see if that helps. But yeah, that wasn't good. That's not how we wanted this to go. And I think a lot of that was just there was so much fighting going. Verstappen's now in the lead, as you can see. That's really, really not too much of an issue. I'm going to go into overtake, and let's see if we can get positions back. Sainz does, and not quite. So yeah, we're down to P5 as a result of some pretty shoddy driving, really, I guess, from Ocon, and really it's just playing that team game as well. But yeah, looking at the tyres, Perez's have gone off quicker than mine. But yeah, they're all going to be coming in around about lap 19. And basically, from around about lap 19 is when I'm going to go for it. And again, Ocon, we're going to have to go for it to try and jump these guys, because they've overtaken him. And there's a bit of a gap opening up as well from Ocon to Verstappen. And it's a big enough gap that it could become an issue here. So let's use a little bit of energy to try and pull these guys back in, because it could prove costly. But I think, yeah, they're into the pits. Right, so Sainz, let's go aggressive for this lap and the next one. And then we'll do with Ocon his next lap. We'll go aggressive with him. Ocon is up to P3. That's good, but there's a 2-second gap now. And it is Leclerc out on the racetrack. He's on the hard tyre, isn't he? So we could do with getting past Leclerc, to be honest with you, if we can. We need to overtake him and really try and make the most of this stint, if possible. Right, hopefully we're going to get him when we turn this corner. And get him down into the next what's name. So we're going to go for it with you as well now. We did not get him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We've really got to get past Leclerc if we want to stand a chance here. DRS is disabled. There's a safety car. There is a safety car. That is perfect. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Yep, we'll get on those hard tyres. We'll recharge the energy. I say it's perfect, but we've got to get around the track yet and get changed. And they've already changed, haven't they? So, oh no, maybe it's not perfect. Because we're all going to be bunched and they're all going to be in front of us, aren't they? Ah, that might have affected us, actually. That might have affected us ever so slightly. No, Sainz come out in front of Verstappen. Wow, that's amazing. Conserve. What am I doing? Andrew, conserve. Right, charging our batteries up. Yeah, that's unbelievable. So, if I look at those guys, they've all got a pit. They've all got... And Ocon got out in front as well. Oh, whoa, this is amazing.
Got loads of energy.
This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to be able to push a bit as well because we've got a bit of fuel in reserve here. Right, this is good. This is potentially good. This is potentially good. Magnussen went out, and I am going to apologise now that I didn't see the crash, gang. But I was so focused. Look at this, though. We've got cars in front. Oh, no, they're not unlapped, are they? They don't need to be unlapped, basically. Right, so we want to, when the time's right, we want to go standard. We'll burn, and we'll go into deploy. For both drivers, here we go. Right, let's go for this. See what we can do. If we can dispatch a Ricardo, that would be great. Don't quite do it, but I think Ocon just got past Sainz. That's probably not ideal. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Both our drivers are very, very good now. But we've got to get past Ricardo, because them two cars in front, if they get a bit of a jump, that's going to be a worry. But yeah, we've got to get past Ricardo. I think Ocon is going to get it done. There we go. That's nice. Sainz is going to follow him through. And yeah, we're going to have to put that on neutral. Right, here we go. Aston Martin. Can we try to pull away a little? That would be great. If we could just pull away from Ricardo and all those cars get stuck behind him for a bit. Because there's no DRS for the last lap and this lap. So yeah, that would be amazing. They're all going to go past Ricardo eventually. So that's why we need to be concentrating. Here we go. We're going to try and get it done on the Mercedes. Oh, we got to get past him. I think Ocon is going to make this stick. And that's going to be really good if he does. He does. He's now got to try and get past the Leclerc. And I think he's going to get that done as well. And that is phenomenal driving from Ocon. It really is. Now, can he pull away? That's the big thing. Can he pull away? The fastest lap of the race so far. We'll have to balance that out. No, Leclerc got back past Ocon because of the DRS. So yeah, we've got that. But that's nice to see Sainz has got past as well. Now Ricciardo has been overtaken by Perez, so Perez is going to be doing a job trying to catch up. But for as long as we remain behind Leclerc, we can't really get away. There's not much we can do, so we really do need to just get past him as quick as possible. And then once we do that, then we stand a chance. Here we go. We're going to do it there. Now, can we pull away? That's the big thing. Can we pull away? I'm actually going to bang this into deploy on this pit straight just for a little extra juice. We've barely got any juice, but we just to stay in front. Right, there we go. Stick it back into neutral. Now, hopefully, for the remainder of the lap, we can get the foot down and try to pull away. We're on much better hard tyres than he is on. So that's kind of my thinking, is if we can pull away from Leclerc, we pull away from the rest of the pack, basically. And drop Leclerc, then we are on for a 1-2, potentially. We really are. That would be unbelievable. Really would. Considering where we qualified, it would be unbelievable. Our race pace is so much better. Than our qualifying pace. There you go. We might have dropped Leclerc. We might have dropped him. No, he's managed to just get it back. Thought we had dropped him for a minute, but no, he's just managed to get it back in. So, tyres, 43% his odds are on. So he's probably going to come in soon, though. Unless he's going to take that hard and put a soft on. You know, that is an option. But everybody's out there on hards. We've got Bottas and Leclerc and Ricciardo. They're the ones that were on that tactic. There's a few others back here that might have to pit, but I would imagine all these hard tyre runners are going to go to the end. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, we've got 1 point, a 7-second lead over Russell. But Leclerc is stuck with us. And I think that just kind of proves the pace of that Red Bull. I think it really does. Verstappen's down in 8th. What happened to him? He must have really got caught up when all of the pit stops and whatnot were going on. But we are... There he goes. He's into the pits. He is into the pits. And it's now really all on us. And what sort of lead we're going to build up now. We are nearly 3 seconds ahead of Russell. And we are really just moving along in this race very, very nicely. I'm enjoying the work the lads are doing. Nothing dangerous with any of the overtakes we're doing. And Leclerc, where is Leclerc coming out? 15th? 15th? That's what it did to him. Wow. I bet he come out on the... No, he's coming out on the medium. There you go. Bottas is 18th as well. That did not work. I think the safety car has cost them a bit there. Right, 2.5 seconds. Perez, they've closed the gap a bit. It was almost up to 3 seconds. So they have closed the gap a bit there, which is a little bit of a worry, but I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic the way I am. We've had a crash on the track. Don't let this be a proper one. Don't let this be a safety car.
Yellow ahead. Copy that.
Iwaza has crashed. He's a backmarker, I believe, and he's just locked up and had to say goodbye. How? See that? See how it slows down and it hits the wall? Yeah, that's very strange, isn't it? It's very strange. But yeah, it's a 3-second gap now with 9 to go. Just 9 laps to go. And things are looking good. Just for a bit with 3 laps to go. I feel like I should give Ocon the race win. Just because he is the man in front in the championship. But at the same time, this is Carlos Sainz's first season. And he is driver number 1. So I think I'll just leave it. I think I'll just leave it for them to fight it out amongst themselves. You know, they're 3.5 seconds up the road. It's going to be an Aston Martin 1-2. So I don't really have too much to worry about here. As long as we keep it on the racetrack, keep it nice and smooth. Don't bloody bin it with a couple to go. We've seen it happen in Season 1. And we've seen it happen in seasons since. When it all looks like it's very easy. And, yeah, we make it hard for ourselves. So let's just ease that off. So yeah, Ocon is probably going to have a little bit of extra power here just because he seems to have so much more fuel in reserve. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but he has. This is the penultimate lap, gang. This is the penultimate lap of the race, and we have managed this race to absolute perfection. Did the safety car help? Probably, but we were coming in that lap anyway. The only thing the safety car helped is that I managed to get both cars in on the same lap. That was a big thing. So that did help. But I don't really feel like it helped our race like completely, you know. Our race is what it is anyway. Because we've just had a very good strategy in place and, you know, we've managed to just manage it to perfection, really. So, yeah. I'm pretty happy with the way things have gone. We are on to our last lap. We're 2.7 seconds up the road. They've given it a go. They've tried to catch us the last couple of laps. We've been able to take it nice and easy. We got a bit of fuel in reserve, which they're probably burning off, which is why they're catching us up. Looks like Carlos Sainz is going to be the one to take the race, though, as he's managed to get a little bit of a gap there on the last lap. I don't mind who wins. It's all about the team. You know, until one of my drivers really starts pulling away from the other one in the Drivers' Championship, we won't be worrying about, you know, team orders or any of that stuff. And there you go, my friends. We are done. It's an Aston Martin 1-2. Sainz takes victory. He's first for the team, and Ocon takes second. Unbelievable.
What a fantastic result for Carlos Sainz. This podium is a remarkable achievement for the whole team. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history. For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team.
Well, there you go, gang. We are 2 races in and we've won both of them in Season 4. And it gets even better for this one because it's P1 and P2. A massive, massive points for the team. 4-place gain by Sainz, 6-place gain by Ocon. And it was just decided on the last lap between the two. I really didn't mind do one. So 18 points now on the board for Esteban Ocon with 16 points on the board for Carlos Sainz, and Perez finds himself in 3rd with 14 points. So we are on to 34 points for the team inside 2 races. Really, really good stuff, and a nice lead already over the Ferrari. Right, gang, before we go today, we've got some points spot on the drivers, but I am going to just take a look at this. I've been just scouting some random people. Corner in for Carlos Sainz. Okay, fair enough. And it doesn't say anything about anyone else, so I guess we just do what we want with Dudar. Anyway, that's up to 89. Wow, this is unbelievable. Look how good he is. It's just ridiculous. And then Ocon, what should we do? Defending's the lowest, but I don't really feel like we really need to improve his defending all that much. What about... Let's do accuracy. Let's do his accuracy. Nice. Right. Bestie has got a point as well. Let's put it on there. I'm just going to check the staff, actually, because you just never... Yeah, there you go. That's why I'm checking the staff, because you just never know. We'll do the top one. And yeah, you've got one as well, and we'll stick that on there. So they're all in the 80s now. Really, really good. We're building something special here, I believe. 11 days, and for the next race, we will have the front wing complete. So that's really good. We're going to have another part that's going to make this car even better than it's already been inside the opening 2 races. I know we're only 2 races in, and I know we've got another 20 to go, but things are looking good. Like, share, subscribe, get involved in the comment section below as well, my friends. I'd really, really like your feedback and get your take on how you see Season 4 going. But until next time, stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you real soon.